Hello my loves, how are you all doing? I know it's been a while. I think my last upload was around September time, but I just wanted to check in, mainly to wish you guys a happy Christmas and to let you know that I will be back soon. I have not quit YouTube, I just took a little bit of a step back and I wanted to explain a bit about what's been happening recently and what I've been up to, and everything you're about to watch is just some of the stuff that I've been doing over the last few weeks, and I hope it's kind of nice to see. So if you've been here since the start of the year, you'll know that it was a really rough start. I had a miscarriage. If you're new to the channel, I'm sorry to have to say that, but I just wanted to give a bit of a background as to why I have chosen to take a step back over the last couple of months and just explain what I've been doing and where I've been going, how I've been feeling. And I know I don't owe an explanation. I did put a post up last week, might have even been the week before. I have no concept of time right now, but I just wanted to have a little chat really and check in with you guys. I have missed my channel, I have missed making videos, and I've missed sharing my work with you all. It was something that brought me a lot of joy, but it got to a point where I started to feel really overwhelmed and like I was spreading myself much too thin. Around the time of my last upload, I started a personal healing journey around depression and trauma. This is something that I don't want to talk about because it is super personal and it's still something that I'm learning about. I've been going through therapy as well. But I just felt like I was really feeling the pressure to produce more content and keep up. But I started to feel like I wasn't being true to myself, and through the healing I've been doing, it has made me realise even more that I need to be focusing on my artwork more than anything else. When I stepped away, it seemed like magic happened, and if you've been following along on Instagram, where I've still remained really active, and also over on Patreon as well, I have been doing fabric items and making scrunchies and making fabric pouches, and that was one of my goals for 2020. It got to a point where I just thought I'm never going to get around to doing this. So I threw myself into it, and it's been one of the best projects I've done this year and I'm very proud of it. But I did notice when I took a step back from YouTube and channeled that time and energy into creating actual artwork, that it did change a lot of things. I have had a lot of time to think about coming back and how I'd like to go about it, but I did want to speak to you about my reasoning behind why I stepped back. And I know a lot of you have said like you don't owe anyone an explanation, but I did want to talk about this because I feel that it's important. I said at the start of the year that my way of coping with my loss and grief and depression and trauma was to keep myself busy, keep working, just throw myself into it and disappear into it, just forget everything that was going on. And not only have I eventually realised that that's not helping me, it's not sustainable, it's causing burnout, it's not a healthy way to go about things. I wanted to dig a little bit deeper and look myself dead face on in the mirror and think, well, what is going on here, Ellis? We need to sort this out before it gets really bad. I do firmly believe that no matter how big of a following you have, if you choose to put yourself on social media, you do have a degree of influence over people. And I'm very aware that I do have a younger audience, and at no point did I want to promote this hustle culture that seems to be the thing at the moment. Like, you have to work hard to get to where you want to be, and obviously to a certain extent that's true, but you don't need to be working 24/7 and burning yourself out and working yourself into the ground. And I became very conscious of the impression I might be giving to my viewers if I was just constantly pumping out content, working really hard and not focusing on getting myself better. I've wanted to work on being more true to myself, and hopefully the outcome of that will be that I'm the best that I can be for you guys as well. Please believe me when I say that I've missed you, I've missed interacting with you, and I've missed creating content. It's something that does truly bring me a lot of joy. It's just that I've had some things that I've wanted to work on so that I can be my best self. So I have had a lot of time to think about coming back and how I'd like to go about it, and the content might change. One thing is for certain, I'm not going to be sticking to regular upload days and times anymore. Unfortunately, I think YouTube also promote this, but it's a case of, well, if you want your videos to get seen and if you want your views to be any kind of decent, then you have to upload frequently and around the same day and time, preferably as well. It's just not achievable for me. I have to be putting my health first, and I did notice earlier in the year that I was putting too much strain on myself to stick to schedules and things like that, and in order to keep making videos, this is something that's gonna have to give. I want to make sure that I am focusing primarily on my art, but I also want to make sure that I'm not making art and rushing things and forcing things out just for the sake of making content. So as I say, things might change around here. I'm still going to be doing studio vlogs, but I might put out some other things as well. Who knows? I'm still a bit uncertain. Nothing is concrete. All I've been able to figure out though is that I do miss this space, and I've wanted to come back for a while. It's just a case of, well, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out what that means. I'm trying to figure out how I can improve myself and my health and try and prioritize that as well, because it takes a lot. And recently I've had the experience of being very true to myself and looking myself in the eye and wanting truly deeply to find the things that have been buried for a very long time, get them out and try and work through them. I haven't been myself this year, but I am very happy to say that I'm getting there. I'm getting back to the Ellis that you all know. I didn't want to keep appearing on YouTube and putting a mask on basically and being this happy, smiley, bubbly self when really there was a lot of issues going on deep down behind the scenes, and I just felt like I wasn't being honest with myself, and I wanted to go away and work on that. So lastly, I know this year has been really difficult, but I did want to wish you a happy Christmas. However Christmas might look for you and your family this year, I just hope that somehow we're all able to find a bit of sparkle, a bit of joy, and things are definitely different. Christmas can be a really tricky time of year for a lot of us, but I just wanted to hop back and say that I'm thinking of you and wishing you all the best, and I'm excited for a brand new year. And I especially wanted to thank you for sticking around. Also, if you're a new subscriber over the last 3 months, thank you for giving the channel a chance and bearing with me whilst I try and get back on my feet a little bit. It really does mean a lot, and I do notice the support, and I greatly appreciate it. So thank you again. On that note, it is Christmas Eve. I am going to bounce off and plonk myself in front of the Grinch with some snacks. But have a wonderful Christmas, guys, and I'll be back soon.